Let's go. Welcome back, guys, to another live stream. Wow, what a day. What a day yesterday was as we head into the rest of this week, man. This is going to be wild. Bitcoin is closing in on $74,000. Donald Trump wins the U.S. election. Bitcoin sets a new all-time high. All coins are running hot. So what can we expect? What are we looking at? What are we trading? What are we doing? All of the above. We're going to talk about where this market could be heading, different narratives that we want to follow. I hope your bags are packed, guys. This is the moment we've been waiting for. I literally have chills right now. I literally have chills thinking about going through this bear market with all of you guys, most of you. I know a lot of you guys are in here. You guys have withstood the test of time. So many people folded. So many people folded like cheap lawn chairs. So many people couldn't stomach the volatility. They were afraid. They were scared. Not us. We've been here. We've been here through the thick and the thin, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we deserve it. You deserve it. This is what it's all about. A lot of people don't have what it takes to stay in this crypto market long enough to make money. A lot of people come in and will come in again late this bull cycle, and they will be exit liquidity for the people like all of you. And it sucks to say, but it's just how it goes. Don't be afraid to take your profits. Don't be afraid. When things hit your particular levels, take your damn profits. We preach it all the time. We talk about it all the time. You deserve it. Because anybody who's serious about crypto, this is the moment you've been waiting for. This makes it all worth it. The dog days of summer, the dog days of a bear market, the negative news stories, the FUD campaigns, the smear campaigns by a ton of different people, agencies, etc. But we're here. Standing here today, Bitcoin setting new all-time highs. And we now have a pro-crypto president for the next 4 years, a president that went to Bitcoin Nashville, who is listening to people in the industry, who wants to see the industry flourish, who does not want a CBDC, who wants to hold Bitcoin on its balance sheet here in the United States, who wants to utilize Bitcoin and utilize crypto in order to carve down the $36 trillion of debt that this country has put ourselves in. It's why hardworking Americans can't afford to go to the damn grocery store and feed their families. And I think the economy is going to get a lot better. I think we're going to get on a risk-on environment at some point in 2025. By the way, we've got a big Fed meeting coming tomorrow. That could be even bullish, even, adding on to the bullishness here that we already have. Man, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. Beautiful day. Happy Wednesday, November 6th, guys. And if you're in crypto, you're absolutely loving what we're witnessing and what we're seeing right now. So guys, smash that like button if you're on YouTube. Share this out far and wide on X. I want this live stream to absolutely send. We're going to be getting ready for the Crypto Breakfast Club, which we do every Monday through Friday. Yeah, we had a marathon of a space yesterday. We were literally on spaces for 15 plus hours yesterday. I was up extremely late, grinding, because this is the time to put in the extra work. This is the time where normal folks go from rags to riches. How bad do you want it? Everybody can talk about it. Not a lot of people can do it. How bad do you want it? Let's go. Let's go. I am fired up. I am fired up. Who the hell do we have in the chat? Let's see who we got in the chat. Brian's here. Good morning, brother. Give XTalgo a try. That's my trading indicator, guys. If you're interested in that, definitely check it out. We got Boca G here. What's up, Boca? It's Summers. Let's go, man. Let's go. You were in the space last night. Let's go. Crypto adoption coming. First prophecy fulfilled. We did it. We can prosper once again. And listen, I think crypto was going to do its thing regardless, but this just opens the floodgates. And I think the much, much bigger picture here is we have a clear picture forward. We have a clear road. We know we have a president who wants to see Bitcoin and crypto flourish. So let's put people in place, and I think Trump will do this, that are crypto friendly, that are educated and up to speed on the market, on the industry, on the technology. And let's make the United States the Bitcoin and crypto hub like it should be. There's no reason, there is absolutely no reason why the United States of America should not be mining more Bitcoin than anywhere else. There is no reason why innovation and the best companies in the crypto industry shouldn't be in the United States. Look at the internet era. Look at the internet. Where are the largest companies located? Anytime there's new innovation, anytime there's new technology, everybody looks at America first to get it done. Airplanes. Think about it. But this most recent one, the internet, think about it. Google, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix. Go through it. NVIDIA. They're United States-based companies. It's time for the United States to take blockchain to the next level. It's time to flourish. Ryan's in the house. What's up, bro? Let the bull run begin. Just wow. What's up, Don? All coins except for XRP. XRP's moving a little bit. Let's frickin' go, baby. I saw Peanut. I missed it. I didn't chase it. Millsy's in the house. If you can't afford to lose, then don't buy crypto, so just buy and wait. You got to be able to lose. You're going to lose before you win. In fact, you got to get wrecked. You got to feel what it feels like. And you got to pick yourself up off the canvas and win. 100%. Let's go, man. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. We got to start the Breakfast Club, guys. We're already 3 minutes late. So let's get that cooking here. Let me reset my mic. Reset the mic. We turn up my volume here. Mic volume. Bang. All right, we gotta fire it up here. We're gonna get some music going. Wait a minute, is the space not working? Oh shit, here we go. Classic X spaces. Hold on, boys. Classic. Bear with me, guys. X spaces, technical difficulties. Imagine that, right? We'll see if it'll start here. Nope. We're going to delete that. Okay, hold up. Just going to start one fresh here, guys. All right, there we go. All right, Breakfast Club's getting ready to start here, guys. Let's go, guys. Share the room when you guys are popping in. Let's go. Yo, what's up? What's up? It's like we never left. We are back. The markets are back. Trump is back. Trump wins. Live crypto market talk right here on the Crypto Breakfast Club. Let's freaking go, man. What a crazy day yesterday. What a crazy week this is going to be. Guys, did I mention we have the Fed meeting coming up? I mean, this is going to get very, very interesting. Potentially another 25 basis point move could be coming. So that's something to look forward to, something to look at here. We'll be covering that a little bit. Obviously, we've got a ton of cryptos pumping right now. Bitcoin at $74,600 right now. Setting all-time highs in the last 24. Ethereum, well over 2,600. Solana, getting close to 190. Dogecoin, just under 20 cents. It's had an amazing run. I mean, there's just so much we can get into here. So many things to get excited about. Man, it just feels great. It feels great to know that we have a pro-crypto president in the United States. It feels great to know that it's finally time to let blockchain and crypto flourish in the United States of America. I don't think Trump has it all figured out, but I think Trump will put the right people in place who do have a plan, who do have it figured out, who do have the knowledge, who do have the wherewithal to put blockchain back on the table and back in the hands of the United States citizens. I think guidelines and guardrails are going to come, and that means retail investors are going to come back into the market too. And when they do, our bags are going to pump. Zach, what's up, bro?
Sorry, I had to unmute. How's it going? Yeah, last night I fell asleep. How long did you guys go with the space? I literally had my finger on the G button.
I fell asleep too at some point. Paige, I don't know what time I exactly fell asleep, but I'm guessing I did.
You know, I'm just going to say, you guys are weak, all right? You both fell asleep. I'm in there fucking rallying the troops. I got Itch Summers on stage. I got Extreme Car Care. I think Crystal Postman was in there for a little bit. I was holding the whole thing down. All I know is that the call to prayer in Morocco started at 6 a.m., and I had to have taken it in at least another 3, maybe 4 hours. Because all the votes weren't in and all the shit wasn't 100% official. And, you know, I'm looking at my Trump play, so I was not sleeping. It was just not happening. But I think you guys fell asleep right around like 5 a.m. my time. So like 6 a.m. my time. So probably like a little after. It had to be No, actually, Zach, you were awake longer than Zach from Subway.
Oh yeah. I was in there. I was in there talking past midnight on the East Coast.
Yeah, it had to be. You went to sleep at 1 probably or 1:30.
That sounds about right.
I put my earpiece in, and I fell asleep, and all I could hear is Zach going, "Zach, are you still awake?" And I woke up, and I just sold things. Literally, I woke up, I didn't have anything left. And luckily, I woke up, I looked at the chart, and they were all dumping, and I'm like, smart. You know, I wasn't going to sleep on it, but I fell asleep. So, Zach, thank you for waking me up and hitting the G button for me.
Let's go.
It was crazy. I woke up, and I look at these charts, and I'm like, holy shit, everything is crashing. And I was kind of shocked because I figured the Trump stuff would move, and it just didn't. I think the hype was there and then died out. But, yeah, woke up, sold out, happy, moving on. So, yeah, crazy, but big win for crypto. You know, hopefully he can fire Gary Gensler. I feel more comfortable now, actually, in this space. Not with regulation, just with, you know, the guy that's pro-crypto and not against it. So, for all of us crypto degens and investors alike, I think we're going to see a huge swing to the upside. Things will retrace back a little bit. You know, after the FOMO kicks in, it'll probably calm down, and then I think it will move. You know, substantial growth is great. You know, when you get large pumps, you're going to get huge dumps. So just take profits. That's my personal opinion. Not financial advice.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I think we'll eventually... I mean, there's always dips in the market, regardless of how bullish things are or bearish things are. I mean, there's always pullbacks. But I think this sets the stage for the bull run we've all been waiting for. I think it sets the stage for clarity on no CBDC in the United States for the next 4 years. I think it sets clarity on no more selling Bitcoin from the United States. I think it sets clarity on making Bitcoin a part of the strategic reserve to start biting away and chomping away at $36 trillion of debt, right? I think it says, hey, we're ready for a changing of the guard at the SEC. Like, these sort of things set the stage for everything we need in order to have a pro-crypto environment, to get retail money back in crypto. And by the way, just from a general standpoint, I mean, I think most people would tell you, especially if they voted for Trump, that Trump's just better for the economy at large. Which means let's put money back in the pockets of the American people and turn this risk-on asset industry the fuck back on. Let's go. Paid, what's up?
Nothing, man. Like we were just saying, when you guys fell asleep, I kept the space going for a while. We were listening to fucking, you know, him speaking, chatting about the markets, chatting about coins. And yeah, Zach, you're right. Like, a lot of coins definitely, and we had Mark come up as a co-host. This dude was crying and like fucking hugging random, you know, strippers at Club 11. It was crazy. But yeah, like Zach was saying, you know, a lot of things did dump, including a lot of the political meme coins, especially like Kamala. Kamala shits are dead. Like, when I say they're dead, they ain't coming back. Those shits are dead. Like, good luck. If you held a Kamala token overnight, fuck, y'all might as well just fucking Western Union.
Kamala.
No, fuck, I don't know. Kamama nothing, because
Kamala.
Kamama gone. Jesus Christ. I honestly, that one could come back though. I'm not gonna shit on them because I that one's funny and like that is a joke from Trump, so that has a narrative that can come back. But like a lot of coins definitely dumped, and like what happened was 47 was like trading sideways and went down a little bit, and like you guys were asleep for this, I think, but it went down to like 7.5. I was like, dude, what the fuck? And once the news broke that Trump won, it literally, and I mean it, go look at the chart, Zach. It literally shot up to like 12.2, like almost immediately. I was like, what the fuck? I was in the space. I was like, let's go, let's go. I was like freaking out for like a good 5 minutes. Plus, I was like, I was hangry and angry and grumpy because I just stayed up for almost 24 hours. And then, like Zach said, it kind of just dumped. It dumped hard. It went down to like 6 or 5 mil. But I think, and not the show, I don't really care either way. I really think they will come back. I think Elon Musk, my prophecy for that coin, Elon Musk did not say 47 yet. So that's going to be a catalyst. And Trump did not say he was 47 yet either. And that would be another catalyst. I mean, if fucking Elon can send the squirrel token to 133 by mentioning it, him just saying 47 and then Trump saying 47, that token's going to send, not financial advice. I think it's super undervalued right now. I think it's at like 3.7 mil, but it still has like 20,000 holders. It has like 8,000 Telegram members. I think that thing's going to send. And their dev literally just dropped $5,000 into trending on Deck Screener. Like, they're trying to push that shit. And not financial advice, but I'm really bullish on this token specifically. I looked at other new Trump tokens that dropped today. Nothing really. I saw a Melania Trump one that dropped today. It was like First Lady. Zach was telling me maybe look at that contract because that might do something. Super low market cap. It just launched a little bit ago, but I think Trump is definitely super bullish for the economy. Super bullish for the for crypto, and a lot of people in this room and a lot of people around the states were a one issue voter, and that was crypto for a lot of people. And the only thing I would request, and not just of this room, but just in general, let's move on as Americans. Technically I'm not in America. I am American, but technically I'm not American. Let's move on as Americans. I don't want to hear about Kamala anymore. Because what's going to happen is a lot of people are like, fuck Kamala. It's like, nah, dude, we're good. Like, she's an American. She tried to win. Half of the country was for her. Like, it was like, I think she had, like, at some point, 62, when I looked at it, it was 62 million votes for her. And Trump probably had, like, 65 or 66. So there's a good population of Americans who are like, they didn't feel like, I guess their voice was heard because they didn't win or whatever, or she didn't win or whatever. But I feel like as Americans, let's just all come together now and be like, you know what? Cool, we're good. Like, we're good. It's just going to go one way or another, and we're good. And I don't want this personally, Zach, it's your show, but I don't want this personally to become a crazy Trump space 24/7 now.
No, 100%. I mean, this is, we got what we wanted, right? We got what we wanted. We I mean, for a lot of us. And if you didn't, okay. I mean, but if you're looking at it from the economy standpoint, if you're looking at it from inflation, and here's the thing. I mean, all you got to do is look at the swing states. Trump won Georgia, won North Carolina, won Pennsylvania, won Wisconsin, and looks like he's going to win Arizona, Michigan, and Nevada. I mean, these are 6 states, 7 states where, it's a coin flip. And I think most Americans outweighed the economy over other issues. I think that's really what it comes down to. The economy was in such dire straits. It was in such need of an overhaul and a change. People are tired of going to the grocery store, and they can't afford to feed their families. And, if you're a swing voter, it's not even necessarily just crypto. It's the economy at large. How can I survive? Right? I mean, that's really what it came down to, I think. And we know one thing. When Trump was in office, the economy was in a much better position. Many more people had extra money in their pockets. Many more people were working high-paying jobs. So I think it really just came down to that. But I'm with you, Paid. I mean, let's move on. Let's talk about what this means for crypto. Let's talk about what it means for 2020, the rest of 2024 into 2025, and what this is going to look like when retail money comes back into the space. Because, guys, I have never felt so good about being in the position I'm in right now, and I hope you guys feel the same. You know, coming in late 2020, early 2021, yeah, you know, we caught the wave. We caught a couple waves, but we didn't know what the hell we were doing, right? And we learned by trial and error. I think I've told you guys before, I mean, I've lost a lot more money than I've made in crypto. And I've made enough to quit my job and do this full time. But the money I lost makes me sick sometimes. It does. But it fuels me. It gets me prepared for this possibility right now. And man, I am so excited about what this means for the next 4 years for innovation, for clarity, for risk on assets to thrive, man. It's gonna be exciting. And I think, you know, the rest of the world thinks so too. You know, that's the other thing. It's not just about the United States. Many other countries and people around the world understand how big of a deal this is, you know, that the United States economy does well. And obviously, I think the future looks really, really bright now. Let's get down to Marty. Marty's been waiting, and then we'll get over to Larry and Brian.
Zach.
Yeah, bro.
No, real quick, Marty, give me 1 second. The other thing I wanted to say is I was thinking about something last night, and then, yeah, we'll get right to Marty. You know, I think Harris would have won if she just became the Democratic nominee instead of Biden and did the whole switch thing. She almost won with the switch thing. You know, like that. This race was super fucking close, guys. I don't think you guys realize how close it was. She did get blown out towards the end, but that race was a lot closer than a lot of people thought it would be.
Yeah.
And if it was just her from the beginning, I think she would have won, to be honest. Especially if her crypto policy wasn't that shit. To be honest.
Well, I mean, I think so. Guys, real quick, by the way, share the room. There's only 7 comments. There's only 7 comments on there. Share the room. Let's fire this thing up. We do have 650 people already live with us on YouTube and X, which is epic. But I want at least 100 people in here, at least on the actual space. So share the room. Get a bunch of people in here. I think Paid, where she really went wrong, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, and I don't know shit from shit when it comes to politics, but I feel like it always comes down to the swing states, right? She didn't speak to how she was going to be different than Joe Biden enough. That's really what it came down to. She didn't separate herself enough from the last 4 years. And a lot of these people in swing states, I mean, I'm from the Midwest. I'm from these parts of the world. You know, all of our industries, they've gone by the wayside. It's hard. It's hard to survive and thrive in places, you know, like Pennsylvania, like Wisconsin, like Ohio, like Michigan. And these people have been hurt, their pocketbooks more than anything. And I don't think she did enough to talk about what she was going to do different. Right? And just talk about the things that she disagreed with from a policy standpoint and how it's going to change. She didn't really get into that. And people looked and said, yeah, you know, Trump's an idiot, but he's a businessman. And he knows how to run the country like a business. And that's probably better for my family when it comes to putting food on the table. And I think it's just as simple as that, honestly. Let's get over to Marty. Go ahead, man.
Zach, appreciate you getting me on stage, man. I just kind of I've really been enjoying these discussions that have been happening in spaces lately, man. I think, you know, we need more of them consistently. So I always like hopping in and just, you know, contributing wherever I can. Paid, bro, you're spot on with that, man. I really appreciate you actually coming out and saying that, right? Because I'm an independent voter. I voted for Trump. Obviously, like, I'm a crypto bro. But I feel like we definitely do need to move on and start focusing on, like, what's next? Like, you know, what's next globally? What's next for the crypto sector? How is this new administration going to positively impact, like, us? Not just as, like, investors, but as just a people, right? So I think that's where the focus really needs to head. And I think we're getting there, right? I mean, obviously, we're all celebrating and enjoying this ride right now. Sorry, ambulance going by. We're all enjoying this ride right now, and we're enjoying, like, the vibes of, like, hey, we just won the election. We've all been waiting for this, especially as crypto investors. Like, we know that Trump is very much pro-crypto, and I think also, like, a lot of people are forgetting about, like, who's a part of his transition team. You know, like, obviously, like JD Vance is super, super pro crypto. And then we have RFK, who obviously you guys know, like super bullish on crypto, big crypto investor. The majority of his investment portfolio is actually in cryptocurrency. And then you have Elon Musk. Like it's a no-brainer. And I think this win just came at the perfect time for us as, investors. We've all been waiting the past few years for like an insane breakout in the market to happen. And like, I really do think like this is that major catalyst that we've all been waiting for. And like, dude, I mean, the reality of it is it feels fucking good. Like I'm not a Trump maxi. I'm literally an independent voter. I sit down, I look at the issues, and I'm like, that's where my vote goes. And like to have somebody that's very much like, hey, I support the crypto movement. I'm not going to tax long-term gains. That's what we need, right? And I know Kamala's policy, she said she just wanted to tax just like crypto in general, even unrealized gains. Like we need somebody in office, which we have now, that is going to be supportive of the people. And, that's what the crypto space is. Like, I think all of us have been very tired of all the bullshit that goes on, like in the day-to-day markets. Like they're very much rigged against like your everyday investor. But like crypto's always been like our safe haven. You know what I mean? So it's cool to see, now our incoming president is going to be actually like looking out for like the people. And like, I don't understand how people can't get excited, even though like you may have voted for Kamala, really take a step back from, your party lines, right? And look at things very objectively. Think about like your investments. Think about like, hey, eggs are expensive. And like, we are all hoping to make it really big in this bull run. And like, I know, I'm sure a lot of you guys have talked about it. I think we're headed into one of the most violent runs ever with, mass adoption occurring. Obviously with mass adoption comes regulation. So I believe that the DeFi space is going to be that safe haven for all of us. Obviously, like I love Bitcoin, I love Ethereum, but I think we're going to see something super crazy this cycle coming from DeFi, man. And it's like, I'm so fucking fired up about it.
Let's go, man. Me too. I think, these next 4 years, like we said, are so crucial. And I think if we can get these guidelines and guardrails set up by an administration that wants to see crypto flourish, dude, that's so important. Like otherwise, we may have not even seen that over the next 4 years. We may have continued to see the approach of, just shoot from the hip, create this uncertainty, create this fear. Like we didn't know. Like, I mean, Harris might have been better than Biden, but we didn't know. I mean, she wouldn't speak on it. We know at least what he said. I mean, the fact that he went to Bitcoin Nashville, the fact that we know that he's going to, take a back seat and give people the reins a little bit in terms of crypto, who know kind of the best foot forward. People like Cynthia Lummis out from Wyoming. People like Patrick McHenry of North Carolina. People like the two that you mentioned right at the top there. Not to mention Vivek Ramaswamy, who also likes crypto. I mean, so this is exciting times, man. Exciting times for sure. And man, it's a great day, guys. It's awesome to be with you guys. Make sure you guys are sharing the room. Drop your comments. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section too. Give us all your thoughts. Marty, I'll let you respond. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to say I woke up this morning like super fired up. I was like a lot of you guys. I was up until like 2 in the morning with my fingers on the trigger. I was ready to full-time Jeep. Like, I'm not even kidding. I was like, all right, like something crazy could happen. I was nervous, but man, like I went to bed. I was like, all right, I think we're good. I went to sleep, woke up this morning. I was just fired up, man. Like seeing Bitcoin doing its thing. Obviously, like the vibes all across X right now are just top tier. So I think we're heading into that moment where, everyone's going to be winning very soon. And I think we're going to see some smaller projects come out of the woodwork as well, which is going to be super fun, man. So I do appreciate you guys having me on stage. I'll be hanging out here to contribute to the vibes, man. I'm just pumped up today.
Love it, man.
Yo, Zach, real quick. Shout out to Paul Chain, today's sponsor, on this historic day.
Hell
Paul
yeah.
Chain will be in the building today talking about stuff they're doing on this historic day. Thank you.
Love it. Yep. I see Brian down there. Real quick, could we just give Elon Musk his flowers? I mean, you can make the argument that Elon Musk might have pushed this election toward Donald Trump. I mean, think about that. If he doesn't come out, whenever that was, I guess a few months ago or whatever, if he doesn't take over Twitter, where the hell are we? Not only with the election, where are we in terms of freedom of speech? And around an election time, it's so important for people to voice their opinions. Where are we if he doesn't take over X? Twitter. I mean, think about that for a second. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, knowing what we know about the Twitter files and all of that, I mean, can you imagine what would have happened if he didn't overpay and pay, $40+ billion for an app that was probably worth $5 billion? I mean, that's insane. That's insane. I want to get Brian, our sponsor, in here. Brian, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Zach? Good morning, Paige, Zach, everybody, Larry. See you guys down there. Yeah, great perspective, great vibes, guys. Something I do want to speak on that you mentioned, Zach, where I think you're spot on, is Kamala simply couldn't distance herself from Biden. And most importantly, she couldn't distance herself from the number one problem in the economy over the last 3 years, which has been inflation. Every single person in this room has been impacted by it. I used to go to the grocery store 3 years ago, $150, feed my family. Now I go, I'm lucky if I get under $300. In 3 years, it went up 100% in the grocery line. Guys, simply unacceptable. And Americans, let their voice be heard. This is a blowout, guys. It started off close, but he took just about every single swing state. And I mean, the Democrats got to go back and realize they got to change their messaging. They got to speak to the American people because we want more, we deserve more. And for crypto, oh my goodness, guys, this is what we've been waiting for. I do think this is the catalyst that's going to start this uptrend. We saw it with Bitcoin already last night. I think by the end of the month, we're going to be testing around 80K Bitcoin, and we're just going to be slowly rising. And these projects, these people, everybody in this room right now, you are early, and the time is upon us. Man, these vibes over the next 6 to 12 months are just going to be so much fun. Crypto X is going to be a good time.
And you know what? So many more people are going to be coming to join the party. So many more people are going to start asking questions. So many more people are going to all of a sudden, feel what we've been feeling for a really long time. And man, that's exciting. That's exciting. Brian, of course, we'll get back to you. We want to hear more about Paw. Is Paw down in the listener panel? I don't see them yet, right? But if you guys...
Not yet. I'll send out a tag to the main account to get them
okay.
here.
All right. In the meantime, guys, click on Brian's profile. You'll see that he's got the Paw Chain account attached there in his profile. Click that. Give them a follow. Make sure you check out what they're doing. A lot of people up on this stage have been impressed with what they've had to roll out and what they've already rolled out and their plans moving forward. So happy to have you guys back up here as a sponsor. And let's get down to Larry, and I see Mar Mutasco. I want to hear from everybody, man. Everybody's gassed up. Make sure you guys share the room, guys. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, Zach? Everyone, it's a historical day, and so excited to be a part of that in more ways than one. So let me first give a couple comments on our last speaker, Brian, and Paw Chain. I'm providing Paw Chain with more than just my support and my moral and ethical support. Paw Chain is in the process of getting some security, front end and formal verification and audits, and their whole updated chain. So they have some exciting new expansions on the Paw Chain on their zero layer chain. I'm happy to be a part of that process. They're linked with us at HashAI as well for us providing their GPU and their cache and their compute aggregator. But I wanted to also talk about what everyone was talking about Ms. Harris. There's a few nails in the coffin that really were struck, and one of the things was like, when Joe Rogan offered her to come on and speak, he wasn't fully committed. He had said that he wasn't the biggest Trump fan to begin with, but she felt like she was above and beyond being with regular people. That was apparent, being out of touch with the constituency at the grassroots level. Her party wanted her, or a lot of the popular parts of her party wanted her to have Shapiro as her running mate, and she went against the grain on having Shapiro as her running mate. That was another nail that was nailed shut on her ability to win this election. And that was really apparent when Barack and Michelle didn't enter into fully endorsing her until 10 days before the run. And they had to rely on celebrities, et cetera, to kind of fill in the pieces in between. That's telling, because that means she didn't go through, as Marty and as Paige was talking about, with following within the DNC's lines for their strategy and having her go through the normal selection process. She kind of shotgunned with a few different people that were, flag holders for the DNC, like Nancy Pelosi, a few of the older gatekeepers for the DNC. But again, shows that she was out of touch, and she lacked the really big endorsements until the last minute. And so it just shows you that, again, besides crypto, besides the economy itself, a lot of it had to do with were you actually in touch with your demographic. And it was really clear that she overestimated her reach based on what she thought rather than what she did, right? And that was telling. But in the meanwhile, Zach, I have some good news. There's a lot of change coming to both DeFi and policy and interpretation and compromise. Like what Marty was talking about, there's going to be a lot more policy coming. Brian was also speaking to that. I can't disclose who, but I'm going to be a part of that process, Zach. So I'll be able to bring a lot of common sense interpretations and compromise from right here. This, like one of this audience at large here. I can't tell you what or how, but as you guys already know, I'm part of the ISO on the 4200 for ethics and AI. I'm a contributor to that, and also on a couple other banking to DeFi protocol projects. But now I've been picked up, and I'm proud to be a contributor to some common sense, not just going with the SEC, or it's just policy at large. So that's pretty exciting, Zach, and Paige and Zach, and Tasso and Mara. So I'll be working that full time out of MetaTrust as a liaison to the great government of the United States of America, to our people, man. I was emotional today when I got the news after election time. I never really politicize my party line or who I voted for, but it's pretty obvious who I did, because I care about people. I'm old-fashioned. I don't bring religion, politics, or people's orientations to the table usually when talking, but this was really a common sense thing, not just for crypto, not just for the economy, but for people's way of life, and for people to just have a sense of normalcy, to not have such an extreme paradigm shift. We're not completely out of the black hole yet, right? We've just borrowed more time, right? And we need to make the most of this time. But I want to say, because of exposure here, and because my continued work within the space, everyone here contributes to my knowledge base every day, because I don't know anything on any given day, but I'm able to impart some of this change based on the feedback from our audience here. So it's I didn't expect it. I know they always bug me or fish for questions or interpretation, but now I'm going to officially be a part of that, of the mechanism that can bring about some of the change. So I just wanted to say that, everyone here has been a huge part of that. And I'm so proud to call all of you, you guys all are part of that process through me. So look forward to having more interesting anecdotes and interesting insight based on what's happening within the space. So I just want to say one love, one team, one fight, just like SRT3. But beyond that, it's it's outlets like this that are slice of life. It's not just crypto, but it's slice of life, and people here can impart actually how things, the mechanism, how it actually works every day. And you guys are, now I just really feel like I've been put on my mission, man. So, and Zach, we've got so many utility projects. I know you've seen in my DM that are wanting to come on and be sponsors on here. A whole bunch of, this has been a good catalyst for everyone, So, I'm excited, bro. I guess I can't just put into words. I took a deep breath, and had a sigh of relief that everyone's going to continue to be able to work, and good people shouldn't have to be felt like they're walking on pins and needles or glass just because we're in DeFi. It shouldn't have to be that way. And so, hats off and congratulations to everyone here. It doesn't matter what party you attest your loyalty to. It's just about being an American. And when you do the right thing of being an American, you are a testament to being a citizen of the world. The rest of the world has already reverberated based on today's events. The UK is a prime example. There's been so much. People are crying when Trump won it more. You should see the emotional responses in like Australia, England, Poland. And it's not just for the sake of conservatism. It's just for the sake of, we talk about DePIN data sovereignty, but how about your ability to have an opinion and not be jailed for it, right? So it was a collective sigh of relief today. And, this transition team, like Marty was talking about, and Paid, it's powerful, man, because it's made up of real people. We have to give Elon his flowers because he set precedents here. You remember that and this is how open-minded this transition team was. Joe Rogan invited on Kamala and extended her every courtesy, and he did so even without thinking about himself, because the same people he tried to help boost and give an avenue to are the same people that tried to cancel him. Just like Elon, Elon still tried to keep it fair. They tried to cancel them both at around the same time, and that's a good prime example of the resilience of American people. Is that they can understand that sometimes it's business and sometimes people get emotional, but they can prove a forthright grounds for interpretation and being who you are. So I just wanted to say that. Thank you, guys. Congratulations to everyone on the world having a few more seconds of oxygen.
Let's go, man. Appreciate you, and we're so lucky to have you up here, and you bring a ton to the space, man. So appreciate you, and just really have enjoyed, all of the things you've brought for us here. These I don't even know how long it's been, man. I've lost track of time, but it's all good stuff. And I like you, man. This is growing into something much bigger than I could have really imagined, and I know we're gonna grow this thing way more. And just so you guys know, like, you probably already know this, but like I'm not one to pound my chest and take all the credit, and that would just be absolutely asinine. But I'm just so glad that we decided to do this, and so glad that we've had so many great people come up here day after day, and new people stopping in, and people who've become mainstays here. And yeah, man, today's a special day, and I'm just looking forward to this thing becoming even bigger and better over these next weeks, months, and years. You guys know that like Larry, I do this thing full time. Like this is it, man. This is my life. Outside of time spent with family and friends, this is it, man. I don't do anything else. Occasionally play some golf or hike a mountain, but I mean, this is it, man. Like this is what I live for. It gives me so much energy showing up here every single day and being here with all of you guys, and absolutely love it, man. So appreciate you. Learned a ton from you already, Larry, and I know I'm going to learn a lot more from you. So I appreciate you, man.
Man, we're family, man. Here, you know, it's I'm happy to be the unofficial third co-host. You know, the official but unofficial third co-host. So Elon, if you can make that third slot happen, I'll be here every night. You know. So I just want to say thanks, Zach, and Paige, for making it another home, and of course, you know, my brothers Matasco and Mar, Kova. You know, there's a lot more. There's so many good people here, Brian. I can go on and on, but it's a good day, bro.
It is, man.
Just it's a right platform too, bro. People need to come here because they're gonna get it real. You know, of course, there's a business component to it, like anywhere else. But like but people here can actually give 100% and not worry about like being judged. You know, so it's what the space needs, right?
Hell yeah. We've got a bunch of people with us live on YouTube, and shout out to everybody listening too. I don't forget about you. We appreciate all of you guys who listen in wherever you are. I mean, I'm looking at the comment section today as soon as I came in, and you know, people from all around the globe listening in every single day on the live stream. So shout out to everybody there as well. If you guys haven't shared the room here on the X Space, please do so. Helps us out tremendously. Drop a comment down there, that helps feed the algorithm. You know, write something down there that's interesting, or you have a thought, an idea, whatever. Drop it down there. I see like 21 comments down there right now. So that's good stuff. Keep those running up. Let me go over to Mutasco. Mutasco, what's going on, man? Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning. I remember you left out one thing, that occasionally you also slaughter some cows and, you know, do some steak and put it in the fridge. But yeah, good morning to everyone. It's a big win for everyone. And this is what I would say, guys. I may be wrong on this, but I will say this, and I've always said this. I have tagged Elizabeth Warren. I've tagged Sherrod Brown. The core of my mission in crypto is that I hope everybody finds out that this is a real thing and that it can change your life. You get looked at as a joke, but the reality is, and here's the caution, we all saw how Gary Gensler came out of the blockchain classroom and then turned into a hater of crypto. So I don't ever tie my success or, you know, whatever to some individual or ideals or whatever, right? Because when I leave the house and I get back in the house, it's my family, my wife, and my kids. How are we gonna put food on the table? That trumps everything for me. And so give me a win, and that win is, I hope people realize now that when you're voting for your pocket, right? I hope so. I may be wrong, but I hope so. Because if you don't come through with whatever you say, the voters will respond and, you know, kick you out and put somebody else in. I just hope that we all move forward. And I mean, this was my biggest fear, Zach. I was concerned that if it went the other way, the market was going to dump big time. And that wasn't a good feeling to have. But at the same time, I had to convince myself to believe that, oh, what could be positive about it? At the end of the day, if you're going to take out regulation, minimize it a little bit. We'll see what happens. But the attack on this industry has been, well, I don't know how to describe this, but I'm happy. I'm always going to stay in the middle, no matter what, because it's all about what I can do to help my family. And if this space is going to offer that, anybody standing in the way, I don't think I'm going to be pleased with that. So, and thank you, Zach, for always having the space and giving us a platform to come up here and speak. I think the PayPal mafia, Peter Thiel on JD Vance, and Elon now on Trump's side have come true. And we'll see what happens and how that impacts everyone. But I always stay calm in between to figure out the opportunity that I can get, whatever the outcome is. So I'm here, and I'm going to hang out.
Yes, sir, man. Mutasco, thank you too, bro, for just coming in here every single day and keeping spirits high, even during days and times where, a lot of people want to run away and hide. I think you've helped us, more than anybody in giving us, reality checks when we need them, and I think that's such an important thing because it's hard. Anybody who's in this market for, more than one cycle, and I mean in it every single day, it's not easy. It's not easy to stay here and come back every single day and, see the bigger picture, especially when shit's being thrown our way, when negative news stories are surfacing, when the FUD campaigns start. It's not easy. It's not easy. And you're definitely somebody who I think does probably the best job of anybody of just keeping people uplifted and seeing the bigger picture. So I love that. Mar, what's up, man?
Hey, Zach. What's up? What's up, everybody? Hope everyone is doing great. Happy times. I feel like, man, I'm okay with the market not pumping. I really didn't want to see Bitcoin pump hard and get that hype and then retrace. I'd rather just see it, go up slow. I would love to see it stay over 70K, but yeah, man, many of you, I think just a few of you know that I work for a billionaire. I work for a family that they're billionaires. They're worth a lot of money. And my best friend also he's the engineer for one of the richest guy. Not only engineer, he takes care of the billionaire. He works for a billionaire. He takes care of their kids. He's not only an engineer. They trust him, and I get some information here and then. My best friend telling me, Trump has it. This is coming from his boss. And then I had to work last night, and around 7 o'clock, my boss, the owner, surprised me there at work, and I was like, "What the hell are these guys doing here on election day? And they only come by once, maybe twice a year, and they're here on election day. They're traveling on election day. They're not, and they're big Republican guys, and they seem so happy. And then all of a sudden they're like, okay, Mark, we gotta get going. We have a drive, and I know what you did. They were probably going up there in Florida, joining one of these parties. I think Donald Trump was down here in Florida, and they seem so happy. And I didn't realize, I didn't get it, but of course I now understand. These guys knew already. These guys knew already. It was in the bag, and I kind of figured there's no way Kamala was gonna win. It just didn't look right. I mean, we're talking about someone that's running against an ex-president that didn't do bad when he was a president. He did great, actually, in my opinion. And she's running against someone that has experience already. She didn't even get voted in by the people. She was picked as a vice president, and all of a sudden now she's running for president. I mean, ridiculous. And I just feel like Trump should have done 8 years. I think that in 2020 it was the corona effect. I don't know what people were thinking. I think it was more like people just wanted more peace of mind. And look what happened. They couldn't. Look, I don't blame inflation on Biden, but because inflation was going to happen, period. But I blame the administration on not controlling the inflation better. I remember Trump was going against the last $2 trillion that they gave. This is a bad idea. And guess who signed that? Guess who was the final vote to sign those $2 trillion? You know, that we all died for those extra $200-300 that look what it's affecting now. Kamala. That was the last vote. And it was a yes. And we should have never given away another $2-3 trillion. But it's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. This woman did not outperform Biden in no county. She did not outperform Biden in the whole United States, not even one county. And it's insane how Trump it's up 6 million or 5 million votes on the popular vote. There's no way. He was going to win even by losing the popular vote. And he's winning the popular vote. Imagine that. And you could also see, they talked that he was a crybaby. Look, I'm a numbers guy. I love to see numbers. You could see him, while the time goes by, you could see him going more up on Arizona, on Wisconsin, on Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. You can see him going up little by little, more and more. And all of a sudden, I wake up today, and now she's the one that started going up more and more and more. All of a sudden, they tried. I'm telling you, they tried in Wisconsin big time. In Pennsylvania, they tried. There's a lot of shit going on over there. They even had to call the police to certain places, the Republicans, to certain voting areas, because they tried. And actually, what was going on convinced me that these people cheated. Was the cheating enough to give Biden a victory? Did they really need it to cheat? I don't know. But I think it was more an effect of coronavirus and just the excuse of we are getting divided. We've always been divided. You fucking clowns. These people talk. Look, if you guys have a chance, Google presidential election, and in Wikipedia you can see all the elections. Every president won by like 10 million votes. The popular vote the most. We've always been fucking divided. But the one thing that we cannot lose is respect for each other. Look, I am proud to say that even if he did it for whatever reason, he did it. Mark Cuban came out and said, "Congratulations, Donald Trump. You earned it fair and square." That's, you know what, man? I've never been a fan of Mark Cuban, but now I'm a fan of Mark Cuban now, because he came out there and he said, even if he said it for his business, whatever, he said it. Came and said it, and I love that, man, and that's awesome, He won it fair and square because they probably tried to cheat, especially in Pennsylvania. And yeah, man, I said it all along. There's no way this woman is winning. Not because she's a woman, because I think this country is ready to see a woman as a president. In fact, the reason she was close is because she's a woman. I just think that if she would have been voted in, if a year ago, but they try to play it out. They try to say, you know what? She's not going to get voted in. If we announce that Biden is not going to run a year before, we're going to give her a chance to another Democrat. Let's not do this. Let's make sure she gets in. She's the only one under the Biden Obama Clinton administration that it's fucking over. I think, thank God, for the next 3 years. Listen, I don't mind seeing a Democrat, but just please come from another wing. Come from, I'm tired, And that's why I didn't want to see no more Bushes anymore, even though I'm Republican, But going to crypto, man, this is great. There's two things I want to see. I want to see regulations, man. To tell you the truth, right now, I haven't even looked at the charts. I don't even give a damn about the charts right now. What I want to hear guys, is what's going to pump the charge. And we need regulations. We need for Trump to come through with regulations, man. Because look, I don't want to. We've been victims. I'm telling you right now. I don't like to act like a victim, because if you act like a victim at your marriage or your job, you're going to be a fucking loser, because that's how they're going to see you. They're going to see you like a victim. But we have been victims. We have been abused. Our hard-earned money that we put into this space, this industry that we believe is going to be the future, we've been abused by the fucking government, man. Abused. That is the hype pump right there. Not Trump winning. We got the pump. We got it's October, November. We're in the season right now. Bitcoin was going to be 74K, even if election wasn't happening, and it would have been like the third year of Biden or whatever it is. Bitcoin was going to be at 74K. Donald Trump hasn't done shit yet. The real pump with hype and everything is going to be when this fucking clown gets out of the SEC and he gets rid of him. And that's what and you're going to hear it now. That's what everyone is waiting for right now. The whole talk right now in the town is going to be when is he out? When is he going to, when is he going to get fired?
100%. And I think, we look at this XRP case, right? Because this is still a precedent that needs to be set. What's going to happen with everything else outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum that have ETFs, which seemingly tells me that they have the stamp of approval? What about everything else? I mean, it starts with the Gary Gensler, but then I think it goes right into some of the biggest lawsuits. Coinbase, already early this morning, a Coinbase executive is calling for SEC reform after Trump's election, urging to focus on crypto innovation over litigation, right? These big companies like Coinbase, who have been bamboozled time after time and after time again. I mean, I remember reading 2 years ago, they've tried to sit down with the SEC over 20 times to basically just say, what do we need to do in order to not be in the fucking doghouse? Just tell us. We'll do it. We'll do it. They couldn't even get to the table together, right? So,
Zach, and real quick, man, before I forget, this was all planned, bro. This man, Elon Musk, needed X. That's why he overpaid for X. He needed X to make this happen. I do not think that Donald Trump wins this election without Elon Musk.
I agree 100%.
And they needed X. They brought X, like, it's just the news, They brought Elon Musk could have. People ask, why doesn't he start his own platform? It just doesn't work that way, Even if he's the richest guy in the world, it takes time to build a community. And X already had it, so I'm like, I'm going to buy it with the community. That's what's worth the billions. And he overpaid because he knew to bring in Trump, whatever business they have on the side, forget it, man. This is now him and Trump. This guy's he is going to be beyond the richest guy in the world, bro, because Trump is going to get him all the regulations he needs to get that rocket, to get more cars, whatever. So at the end, it's all about regulations. And now, and listen, guys, there's something I don't know if you guys mentioned, which, I just woke up an hour ago, I'm not sure, but last time I heard, we won the House, we won the Senate. Like, the Republicans are in control completely, man. That's another thing, because if Trump wins, but the Democrats get the House and the Senate, then it's hard for Trump to pass all regulations and laws of crypto or any other stuff. So we are, from what I heard, we got the House and the Senate.
100%. In other news, real quick, guys, and I want to get down to, we'll get down to Kova, who is that, Psychotic Society, and then Daniel. We'll get down to all three of you guys. And come on up, guys, if you got something to say. Bitcoin just passes Meta by market cap. It is now the 9th largest asset by market cap in the world. It's gaining ground quickly on Saudi Aramco at number 8. It's gaining ground quickly on silver at number 7. And it's not that far away from Alphabet, which is Google, and Amazon either. So pretty insane. Kova, what's up, man?
Good morning, Crypto Breakfast Club. I hope everybody's having a good morning. I don't know what it is, man. I feel happy. I really do. Like, I could, there's a lot of things that make me happy with my family and my circle and everything. Very rarely something out of it puts a smile on my face, and this really has, and a little more than I expected. I'm not out running, down the street celebrating or anything like that. There's still a lot of work to be done, but I feel like the people have spoken. They saw the wrong. They saw what was wrong, and they went out there and they voted. And we put the people in place. We have put the people in place that have convinced us that they're the better choice. And now we sit and wait for actions. Yeah, man, they convinced me. Now, I want to hit on Mars' point really quick about Elon Musk acquiring X. Yeah, man, we needed that. They needed that. We needed, good, solid information that's not freaking blurred by the media. And building his own platform was just not an option, because if you built another platform, then you left your competition in place. But if you buy it, now you get what you wanted, and you take out part of your competition at the same time. So I thought it was a great move. I think it's worked out, and I think it's exactly what the Republicans needed in order to win this. And I don't think it was intentional. I mean, it worked out good, but I don't think that was his plan. He just wanted freedom of speech, and then when they took that shot at Trump, he was like, no, this is wrong. I got to do something about it, and I commend the guy for it. I really do appreciate what he's done so far, and hopefully he gets brought into the Trump team to do and clean house a little bit. The same thing he did with Twitter. Congratulations to everybody. We hit an all-time high last night, and for the most part, it kind of stabilized there. Bitcoin didn't go all fucking crazy, but it hit an all-time high, and it kind of showed, that the crypto community liked this. I'm reading through my notes. That's the best way for me to organize things. I did wake up this morning. We stayed up. Hey, Paid, Mar, everybody that stayed up. It was fucking awesome last night. We were hoping for our political meme coins to take off. It didn't happen. I haven't checked them this morning because it was not my priority this morning. Priority this morning was to come and talk to my crypto family and see what you guys thought. And fuck, man, I wish we could sit around the table and have breakfast, but this is the next best thing, and I love it, having these discussions. Now, I jumped on X to check out these memes. I think I told you guys, I'm going to love watching these memes where fucking people are just eating crows about what they said about Trump and all this stuff. And I jumped on there and I started seeing some funny ass shit. What I didn't expect was all these posts from the UK, man. Like Larry mentioned it. The UK really fucking, and the rest of the world really wanted this. They talked about some of the stuff that was going on. The UK, I don't even know who it was. I guess the Prime Minister of the UK or whatever actually sent people over to help the Harris team. I just came across that. I can't believe I haven't read that before. But yeah, apparently he sent some people over to try to help Harris with her campaign, which is fucking nuts, man. He's not very liked up there, along with a lot of people too. And they don't. The UK people ain't liking BBC either. You know, apparently they were pretty unfair on their tracking of the news or the election. One thing I want to kind of give credit to everybody here, man. We all saw this coming, like, which kind of blew my mind. Like, this is the first time I've been this involved and been around with people and everything. And we sat here and we talked and we kind of dissected everything that we saw in the news, what they were trying to do, how, you know, X debunked a bunch of stuff, rumors that were being put out there and everything, and we kind of put it together. And we here in this group, we said it, that Trump was going to win, and he did. You know, which really surprised me, man. I don't know. I don't know why it surprises me. We got some really good freaking minds here that, you know, some good critical thinkers, and we were able to kind of dissect through it. And call this win before it came. And not only was it a win, man, not only did Trump win, but it's a fucking complete sweep. Like, a horrible, and we kind of thought this was going to happen. And he took all the swing states so far. I mean, they haven't finalized Arizona, I think, but he's in the lead there anyways. But as far as I know, he's going to take every single swing state. And on top of that, we're going to get the House and the Senate. That's fucking incredible, man. And that shows that we want this change. We want better. We want better for America. We want better for the world. And I really think this is a win for everybody involved, man. Even the people that were against Trump, man, they don't realize it. I think, you know, we got to peak. We got to peak those 4 years, the last 4 years, man. I don't think they were by mistake. You know, everything happens for a reason. And I think we got to see what the future could be like, and we did not like it. And when I say we, the world and everybody that moved and mobilized and got into action, we didn't like it. And we got up and we went and voted, man. I went and voted for the first time since I've been alive. 42 years, man. I've been alive, and this is the first time I voted. I couldn't stand there and watch bad just continue to happen. So I mobilized myself without, even though I was in Colorado, although I live in Colorado, man, it went to the Democrats, and it constantly goes to the Democrats. But I said, you know what, fucking, at least I could say that I went out there and I tried, you know. So that's all I got. I love you guys, man. I hope everybody's enjoying this, and I'm going to go watch some memes. You know what? I'm going to throw a fucking joke out there, and it's going to be kind of mean, but it's funny, and fucking go fuck yourself if you don't think it's funny and you think I'm an asshole. So what does Bobby Brown and the 2024 election have in common? They were both blown by Kamala Harris. Bazinga, that's all I got.
How do you end all that with that? Like, that's crazy, bro. That's fucking wild, dude. You were on one, and then you were on one. Jesus Christ. Quick shout out. Oh, Zach,
go ahead, Pate. Go ahead. What do you got?
I was just going to say, quick shout out to everyone who came through our 24-hour space. Didn't quite make 24-hour because some people got a little sleepy, but shout out to everyone who did hang out, you know, throughout their day, whether they were working or whatever the fuck. Some people stayed basically the whole time. Some people had to, you know, come in and out. But, you know, shout out to you guys. What the fuck? How the fuck is the Crypto Breakfast Club the best show on the fucking net right now? What's going on? Like, what's going on?
I thought you guys were going to do 24 hours if Trump didn't get elected. But if Trump got elected, I thought that's it, you know? So I was like,
yeah, we're going to go with that, Mark. That's exactly what it was.
Hey, after Trump came out and did his speech, man, everything just died. The crypto died. Everything just calmed down and everything. There was, I absolved paid of his duties, and, you know, the Crypto Breakfast Club, there was no point in them staying up for more hours. when they could take some rest and then come in here and, you know, be energized for this space. So I think it was unnecessary. I think Pate made the right choice, and that's why he's here, and that's why we're here ready to talk about this. So I think he did the right thing.
Yeah, you know, Kovo, you referenced something related to the House and Senate. So here's some key highlights, some key numbers for you. Then Psychotic and Daniel, you guys are up next. 215 pro-crypto candidates were elected to the House. 215 pro-crypto candidates were elected to the House, 14 to the Senate, far outweighing and outnumbering anti-crypto lawmakers. So I think that's a really, really important point. And some notable victories include pro-crypto advocates Bernie Moreno in Ohio, defeating Sherrod Brown. That was big. Sherrod Brown is very anti-crypto. And then Ted Cruz taking Texas again, also a big, big deal there for Texas. Texas, one of the biggest mining hubs in the United States. Ted Cruz, all in on Bitcoin, all in on crypto. Those two big, big victories there in Ohio and Texas. But there's no doubt. I mean, crypto voters, guys, they influence this election. And don't forget the amount of donors and money that came in from super PACs that are pro-crypto. So this is the first election ever where crypto voices were truly heard. And I think that deserves some attention. And I know we've talked about it here and there, but that's a really, really big deal, right? A really, really big deal.
I'm just didn't win, man. I'm upset that Elizabeth Warren's still there, but at the same time, I'm like, you know, how awesome is it that she gets to stand there and just watch everything that she was against move forward? At least I get that joy out of it.
100%. And per Stand With Crypto, this is data coming in from them, a total of 226 now pro-crypto candidates are in the House of Representatives against 107 anti-crypto candidates. That's huge. That is huge. Let's get down to Psychotic.
Zach, real quick, Brian has to go in a little bit from Paul Chain. So after Psychotic, if we can get to him, that would be great.
Yep, let's do that. Psychotic, go ahead, man.
Yeah. And you sure you don't want to go to Paul Chain first? I'm cool with it, guys, if you want.
Yeah, man. If you're gonna hang for a while, yeah, we'll go down to Brian.
Yeah. I don't want to hold them out. Yeah, I'm good.
Cool.
Go after.
Appreciate it. Yo, Brian, you have the floor, my friend.
What's up, guys? Yeah, all great conversation today. My God, dude, the energy, the vibes going on right now, it is so freaking refreshing. In this space, if you've been a part of it during this bear market the last 2 years, just to hear the energy and vibes, man. Big shout out to everybody speaking, and for taking control of our financial future. And that's exactly what we're trying to do over here at PawChain with our decentralized blockchain, first of its kind, layer 3 centric blockchain. We launched about 4 months ago. But it's pretty much an origin layer, or I like to call it a unification layer. So what our chain can do is link other chains to our network to allow your liquidity to travel freely cross-chain without the need for that traditional bridging structure. So normally, when you're a project, you pick a network to launch on, Ethereum, Base, Solana, and so on, and your token is only available for purchase with that native asset. With PawChain, if you deploy a pool on our chain, your token's available for purchase with Ethereum, with Base, with BSC, Arbitrum, Polygon, AVAX, Optimism, Celo, and our native Paw Coin, as well as many other networks will be coming in the future. We're infinitely scalable, so we can connect them all, and all you have to do is come to our swap with the click of a button, use any of those native assets to complete your transaction. Reducing that friction that exists in the space, I believe this is the next generation of blockchain technology, the evolution of the blockchain. We solved that scalability issue, that communication issue, and the speed issue. I really think that's what this market was waiting for, what Web2 businesses are waiting for, was a chain that they can use, that's easy, where they can be profitable, and set transaction fees, because we're a gas-free network. Everything has a set transaction because we don't have scalability issues. If you guys got any questions ever, feel free to DM me. The Paw main account is down there. Give them a follow. Our Telegram is in the bio. If you want to come in, hang out, ask some questions, definitely come and check us out, because I really think this is the future of blockchain tech. I appreciate the time as always. Zach, Paid, Zach, Larry, all the guys up here. Shout out to Mar. Everybody in this space, man. Really appreciate the time, as always.
Yes, sir. And I've got the website, pawchain.net, guys. Make sure you guys check that out. I've got it pulled up on the live stream. We got a ton of people with us live, just kind of scanning through the website as Brian's talking. So, yeah, guys, give them a follow. See what they're doing. I'm not just saying this because they're a sponsor. I think this could be a diamond in the rough, considering where they are in terms of their market cap. And I know Mar is very, very bullish as well. And Mar's got a pretty good track record of finding gems, especially, new blockchains, layer ones. I know that's one of his fortes, one of his specialties. So obviously, do your own homework, do your own due diligence. Nothing is financial advice, but this is what we do. We give people a platform to talk about what they're building in the space, and it's on you to dive into it and see what, see if you like what you see. But yeah, Brian, appreciate the time, man, and happy to have you a part of what we're doing here with the Breakfast Club, man.
Absolutely, Zach, and I always appreciate the time on stage. I just want to say congratulations on the growth, the community, what you guys are building here. It's going to be special, and this space now, 70, 80 people in it. Blowing up and exploding. You guys are doing it right. Hope you guys all have a great day, man.
Right back at you, brother. Jay Crypto Toe, did you have a question for Brian? I don't know if Brian's got an extra minute here, but I feel like his hand went up while Brian was talking.
Yeah, actually, I do. Like, did you guys get on Paw Chain? When are you guys thinking, or if you have? I'm sorry if I missed that. Get Ethereum going on there.
Okay, can you repeat the question? What about it?
Did you guys get Ethereum on your chain yet?
Yes. Ethereum is supported. Yes.
All right, cool. Because yeah, I know that we were pretty interested at GNU to possibly connect with you guys on that.
Yeah, man, go ahead and reach out. We're making partnerships. Projects are onboarding every week, and transactions volume, everything's starting to increase on chain. And our API integration with DEX tools is on the way. So soon, everyone's going to be able to chart, see our chain, and be able to track everything.
Awesome. Yeah, and just real quick, and then I'll step down. I really wanted to say a shout out to Kova, because I heard him say that this was his first year voting, even though he's in a state that is blue like me in Connecticut. Still voted, for Trump and stuff, and it just, you got to do your part, man, and you did it, and you should be proud of yourself, bro. Even though your state is not going to win, but you did what you had to do, and that's what everybody did. I think everybody just stepped up this time around, bro, and just got it done. And of course, Mar, single-handedly turning Miami-Dade County into red, which is a beautiful thing as well. So we did well. We all did what we said we were going to do, and we got it done, guys. So congrats to everybody.
Yo, imagine Mars just driving around in his car, falling out of it. Vote for Trump, vote! Fall out, get back in the car, next block over, fall out again. Just vote! It's like, I can just see him doing it.
Hey man, at least I was able to. We were able to help the popular vote at least.
100%, bro.
You gotta look for your bags, man.
Yo, and Kobe, and that's what I was gonna say, man. Too. Like, I don't think I'm 40. I'm gonna be 42 years old, and I don't think I've ever seen a presidential election like this, to where it was it was more than a trifecta, dude. Like, you got presidency, so he got the electoral vote, he wins. We got the House. We got this. Well, we're gonna get the House. We don't officially have it yet, but we got the Senate officially. We're gonna get the House, and then on top of it, he wins the popular vote. I don't know what the hell you call a four-way win. I know the trifecta, but dude, like I've never ever seen this before. I've never seen this before, and that speaks volumes.
I'm gonna look that up.
Well, the filibuster and the veto is not going to be challengeable now with the control of the House and Senate, even if it's not, if one's lost, but still the majority of the control is there. And that was what he did. That's what he was, lacking in his last office, was he didn't have full control. And that's critical for us now, because they're going to come up with all these bullshit bills, and they're just going to get shot the fuck down. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, me too, bro. I'm excited for that shit. I really am, because you nailed it, man. Like, there was so much stuff that Trump wanted to do the first time around, but everything always got shut down, right? Because we didn't have the House. I don't think we had.
They tried to prosecute him and impeach him when he had immunity. So, the interpretation of a lot of the case law was asinine anyways to begin with. That should be an historical first, that no president has been hunted to this extent, and on personal, if that was the case, like for example, Bill Clinton, he perjured himself, was impeached, and he dodged his impeachment while in office. Trump did far less, and they tried to impeach him 4 times. Another first is 2 assassination attempts on his life. That's just he needs as much protection as he can get. So the House and Senate will give him some cushion, some bastion of support. But we talk about working for our bags. It's beyond that. We're working for common sense living. So it's a good time to be alive, man. It really needed.
Absolutely. And now the next fight is we got to make sure that he stays accountable for some of the shit that he says he's going to do. And my biggest one right now is getting rid of that federal income tax. It's a bullshit tax. Everybody knows that. His whole tariff thing. I'm sure everybody. There's a lot of smart people in here. And I think everybody knows that tariffs, right, are a tax actually on us, right? But at least we know if we go and buy something that is made from another country, I'm just going to say, specifically China, right? Because that's, the biggest one that he wants to throw tariffs at. At least we know where that tax money is going, and we have a choice. Do we want to pay a higher tax for it, or are we, as, Americans, going to make our own products now? You know what I mean? Which I think is huge, and I'd rather pay tariffs, because in the long run, it's going to be a less tax than a federal income tax that takes, a quarter of your money or more, a year.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned China. A big thing that's happening is, China, no one wants to see any more actors come into the Ukraine conflict with Russia. And China has applied extreme amount of pressure on North Korea and Russia both, to remove North Korean troops from that low intensity conflict zone. And the byproduct of that is China's very smart. Is they want to do business now because they saw the writing on the wall. They knew even if you look at the public gambling pools that were opened up in China. So it's optimism for the rest of the world. That compromise is going to be the key from this office, and common sense. So again, it's more than just crypto; it's our way of life, bro. It's
100%.
The ability to not put our foot into a fire we can't put out.
Exactly.
Real quick to that point, also, and Mark was saying this also in J Crypto, everyone. The people right now, Trump, the Republicans have the House, the Senate, and the presidency, right? That means they can get anything done basically at any time, at any moment. I'm giving them a 6-month window before I start holding people's feet to the fire, because you guys can pass anything immediately. Like, it doesn't. You can call the fucking, call the fucking Senate or call the Congress or whatever the fuck and call them together and have the meeting. But you already know this shit should be 100%. So if you guys can't get certain things done within the first 6 months that you guys are saying that you wanted to do, I'm holding your feet to the fire. I'm gonna be like Mar. Me and Mar, we're gonna be in Miami. we're gonna be driving. We're driving to the White House. But like, yo, what the fuck is going on here?
Hey, we could actually turn communist right now. If Trump wanted to be communist, we'll turn communist right now. He's got the house. He's got everything, bro. Again,
he has everything. He has everything.
I
So
don't
if
wish
he can't
that.
get stuff done, yeah, Mar, I agree. If he can't get stuff done, I'm gonna be like, dude, what the actual fuck is happening? Like, you have 4 years, like 2 years for them, but like 4
and
years.
it benefits them too. It benefits them too, man. Because if they're able to do what they said they were going to, and they got this control and everything, and streamline everything, and make America great again, there's going to be another election, and at that election, you're going to see all this. They're not going to have any excuses, so it benefits them. It would be fucking just completely stupid if they didn't.
I think we might have Republicans for the next 12 years. But real quick, before Brian goes, I actually had 2 questions for Brian. Brian, are you there?
I'm here, man. What's up?
Brian, 2 things. First, I know this question is coming way beyond from the left. I mean, but why? Because some of my investor friends are like, why the big amount of tokens and that price of 7 zeros? Why couldn't they go with less tokens, less zeros to chase that dollar or that penny? You get what I'm saying? And second, when staking, if there's any plans for staking.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We are going to have a fully functional validation dashboard. It's just about ready to go. They're just doing some little updates, but we will have validators and obviously delegation to those validators. After our DEX Tools API, that's our next priority that we will be working on. When it comes to the token amount, it's because we're a fully deflationary ecosystem. We don't plan on, there's never going to be another paw coin minted. And in order to provide liquidity and to support all these chains, we're going to need these tokens. So over the course of time, tokens will get lost. They will get burned. Or coins, not tokens. I don't know why I'm saying tokens there. These coins will get lost. They'll get burnt. We have a burn mechanism that will lock it away in liquidity, various things. But to support all these different networks and be a deflationary ecosystem, it's why it was such a high number. And everything's going to be used for all our dApps and fees. No, go ahead, Larry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to tell Mar, I'm looking, MetaTrust myself are looking at the staking and the validation infrastructure. It's getting updated right now. They're putting all the pushes, so I'll have a first-hand look at it. So Mar, I'll give you some help on it. That's within the gravitas of what we can say, but it's there. It exists. So firstly, I'll say that the staking mechanism and their delegation mechanism is there. And the reason why the supply is so large, if you look at the grand scheme of the ecosystem, they have to have some type of governance token, for all of the utility, all of the different protocols that will be on their chain, and that has to be used as as a toll fee basically, and also they'll have a tremendous amount of buy pressure at that point. If the supply is not large enough, it'd be like some projects that have not made it have had to open up another project.
Brian, window? Do you have a window when we will get the release of the wallet on the App Store?
I would think wallet on the App Store. I know they're working on the extension. I would say Q1 next year would be a good estimation of when that will be out.
We'll have a 2-week.
I have a question for Brian.
We'll have 2-week pen testing on the wallet too, Mar. So we're going to penetration test the wallet and the dApp. So just to add to what Brian's saying about for PodChain, I've been talking to Steve almost every day this week. So
yeah, Brian, this is me. I'm from India, so I'm asking a question. On behalf of India, is there any way we can earn airdrop, free stuff.
What? Bikram, don't start your shit right now. Dude, don't.
Yeah, the airdrop thing, the haunting thing, the free airdrop, free tokens, that's what do.
Alright, Bikram. I'm getting you out of there, bud. Sorry. I did barely sleep out on time. I don't have the time.
Happy to Wally, Bikram.
I don't have the time.
Does anybody else have something for Brian? I know, Brian, you said you might have had to jump. Does anybody else have anything for Brian?
Another 5 minutes. 5 minutes or so.
Okay, cool. Daniel, do you got something for Brian or?
Well, I just wanted, I just wanted to tell Brian, congratulations on Paul's swap, man. I've been rocking with you guys forever, man, and what innovation to be able to pull from the same liquidity pool, right? That's a game changer right there. Will be a game changer in this space, and is definitely the next evolution of blockchain to have one liquidity pool that you can pull from multiple chains on, and what price action that'll give a token. You don't have to pick which crypto you're going to trade with. It's all coming out of one liquidity pool. That's going to be a game changer for all the tokens. But I did have something to say to Zach about the whole election and kind of where we are at in crypto. But I can wait my turn if you want me to, or I can just do it now.
Definitely want to come right back to that. But I know Brian's got about probably 4 minutes or so left. So. Just make sure anybody else on stage doesn't have a question, or if somebody in the audience wants to come up and ask a question, feel free. Just want to make sure we give time for that. I know we only got about 3-4 minutes left. Okay. If you do, come on up. But Daniel, go ahead, man. What are your thoughts on the election?
It's a pleasure to be up on the panel with my fellow YouTubers and people like that. So, man, it's a great show you guys have going on. I catch it as much as I can in between to 5. Actually work on a budget as I speak for my regular job. But, hey, what a great
Daniel, if you can hear us, man, we're losing you. You're going in and out a little bit. At least on my end. I'm assuming you're going in and out a little bit on anybody else's end too.
I'm sorry, Zach. Is that better?
Yeah, we got you, bro.
All right, man. I just, just to say, it's always a great pleasure to get up here on the panel with, some fellow YouTubers like yourself, Zach, and some smart people and have some great conversations. But getting to the election last night, man, we all kind of knew that Trump was going to kind of take this thing. Thought it was going to be tight. Ended up being an ass whooping, right? And that's the American people, standing up and saying, you know what, the last 4 years have been really tough on everybody, and the American people really stood up. But how about crypto standing up? How about Coinbase going out on a limb and really putting crypto out there? I don't know if anybody else was getting them, but I was getting text messages from Coinbase, all day yesterday about voting, and Coinbase really put themselves out there. So really appreciate the crypto community actually standing up. And this is the first ever crypto election. I'm calling it a crypto election, and that's really what it was. Look at it, like you had said earlier, Zach, about how many pro crypto candidates are now sitting in the House and now sitting in the Senate, right? But more importantly, when you look at what Trump did, look at the integration of Elon and Elon being in the administration is going to be good for crypto. He understands it. And also, people, John F. Kennedy Jr., John F. Kennedy is also going to be in the Trump administration as well, and is pro-Bitcoin, very much pro-Bitcoin, and very much understands cryptocurrency. So they're really surrounding themselves with people that really understand what the next evolution of money is, and that's crypto. And couldn't be a better time to be in crypto. And I know that we've all suffered through
one of the nastiest bear markets of all time. And the people that have been here through this nasty bear market are now seeing the fruits of their labor and seeing what crypto can do. And how about last night, Bitcoin set an all-time high? If that doesn't tell you how much money was sitting on the sidelines, just waiting to come into this market and waiting to pump this market, then I don't know what else you need to see. But there is a crap ton of money that is just sitting on the sidelines, just waiting to put themselves in crypto, and they just needed a crypto administration to do so, and they damn sure got it, and they got it now. And it's going to be interesting to see where it goes. And I am going to hold Trump to his conviction of firing Gary Gensler at the same time. And imagine what the cryptocurrency market is going to do the day that Gary gets let go out of his office. The market, you think you've seen a run last night, you haven't seen anything yet. On a day that happens, the market's going to go absolutely crazy, because that's going to free up some of these crazy lawsuits that have been going on with XRP and Coinbase, and even the one that's going on right now with Richard Hart at Hex. You look at that, and if Richard Hart can walk out of that thing with just a fine, imagine where the Hex ecosystem's going to go. I mean, he's probably going to torque out of that court building, and, Hex is probably going to go crazy, right? So, this market is just primed and ready for takeoff. And with Gary's exit that's inevitably coming, this market's going to absolutely explode. And people that have been here the whole time in this bear market are really, really going to cash in. So, like I said, that's my take on the election, and big props to all the crypto community showing up for the first ever crypto election and really knocking it out of the ballpark, man. It wasn't even close. This was a whooping. And sometimes when you take a whooping, you either learn from it or you take another whooping, and that's the position that the Democrats are in. They're either going to learn from this whooping or they're going to get whooped again, and just kind of how it goes. And Mar, great to see you again, brother. So that's all I really got, Zach, but pleasure coming up, man. Thought I'd share my thoughts on what's going on, and appreciate the stage, brother.
100%, man. Yeah, glad to have you up here. To your point, man, I think this was just good for America too, just like the system. There hasn't been a lot of chatter about trust in our elections and all of that. And, I was hoping it was going to kind of be a landslide so there wouldn't be, but I think it's just good. I mean, I think we often forget like the two-party system and it's not perfect. Capitalism isn't perfect, but I think it's proven to be the best system that humans have been able to come up with, at least in my opinion. And I think it's just good for, the overall kind of system and how things work and checks and balances and kind of going back to the roots of why America is America and why it's such a special place. So, Kova, go ahead, bro.
Gonna add on to that, man. Yeah, I mean, it's not a perfect system, man, but if there's better, we're definitely not going in that direction. And hopefully, now that we've kind of pivoted and are heading this direction, we can find better. Hopefully. I wanted to just come back up here. I think Brian took off, but still, man, like I said, kind of new to crypto, but it still blows my mind that we'll soon have something where you could just move tokens around from one blockchain to the other and not have to work with it. Being new and everything, I've lost money trying to transfer, tokens from one platform for the other and doing it on the wrong blockchain. I've learned some fucking hard lessons, some expensive lessons, and I love that. And I love that. I didn't know that they had Ethereum on there now. I mean, that's really surprising. I don't even know how they do it, man, because I know how much, it costs to move Ethereum around or buy anything, and to be able to do it, like, for free, slippage free, is what I understood. That amazes me, and I hope Shiba Inu Boner Pill, I think I said it right, or it gets in on it, man. I was in another space with PawChain, and they were talking about how the projects that get in the earliest are really going to benefit from their market cap too. So, man, get in there, man. Don't waste any time. Get in there and Gino, right? Gino, get in there. I hold a small bag of yours. So, sounds great, man. And, you know, I'm not part of the Breakfast Club. I come in here and I listen, but I push it, man. I love the Crypto Breakfast Club. I love that, you know, good people come in here and meet, and people that want to build. You know, we got Larry, Matasco, Mar, you know, a bunch of good people in here. It just attracts good people, and I feel like it's the honest people, because I've seen the other spaces where, man, they're just trying to trying to push their bags, and they're trying to make a quick buck, and just kind of screw people over, especially new people. So if you're new to crypto, you're in the right place. You got a good start here, and yeah, that's all I gotta say, man.
Yo, Cobra, real quick, just so you know, you're a part of the Crypto Breakfast Club. Don't worry about it, kid.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, 100%. Anybody who comes in here is a part of it. Psychotic, go ahead, man.
Oh yeah, I actually forgot to even put my hand back up, because when I picked up the mic, it dropped, and I didn't realize my own hand dropped. Zach, shout out to you, man. As
yeah,
always,
but Zach's
man,
such a good host. He remembers who was going to come up to talk, man.
Yeah, Zach is the king, bro. He grinds, you know. It's very few that match Zach, you know. I just wanted to say, for those who don't know me, I'm Psychotic. From Psychotic Society. I am the most unpopular guy on Kronos. And, you know, about, I think in 2021, I came into crypto through Crypto.com, DeFi, their centralized exchange. And basically, I was onboarded through the YouTube adverts, Visa debit cards, and stuff like that. And it was kind of crazy, because I didn't know anything, and all I remember was hearing like OGs of the space talk about, oh, you need a wallet, you need a MetaMask, you need this or that, right? And like, as I was learning it, the first thing I kept finding myself saying was like, why is this all fragmented? Like, why is this all a mess? But I knew there was an opportunity there. So like, I kind of was pushing through the growing pains, you know, watching YouTube videos, all of the different things. And then all of a sudden, when I started seeing ETH, and actually people were like, oh, you could do this, you can stake. And then I started seeing these big fees. And then that's when Crypto.com did their DeFi branch. And so that was the first time where I saw a company kind of like realize that they needed to pivot and show a lot of foresight for scaling. And so although people have been a bit bearish, I think, with Crypto.com at times, and at times I understand why, but like their foresight is kind of like very admirable. And I think that's what Trump has showed. I think that's what Elon has showed. You know, Zach brought it up earlier, and I second the notion. Trump does not win with Elon Musk, because Elon Musk restored him back to Twitter. He was banned. So his message wasn't getting out. He couldn't use Google like YouTube or any of that, because they're all big donors to the Dem side. And I just want to say, you know, I want to touch on PA a little bit. I'm a PA resident. I'm a union worker. I've lived in Pennsylvania for a very long time, and I voted Democrat for most of my life. And you know, so much so, I voted Democrat so much so that the first term of Trump, I actually voted Hillary, and I really cringe to admit that. I really do. I voted Hillary because I kind of wanted Bill back at the time, and my wife, she voted Trump, right? And then when he got in here, and I saw him doing all these different things, you know, pumping fuel, he started moving things around, man. And like when Biden came in, the moment he came in, he just started undoing everything. And I was like, what is going on right now? So after that 4 years, I can't believe that people were just thinking that, Trump had no chance. It was crazy that they wrote him off. And listen, I saw a video of him talking about Gary. Don't worry. Listen, he wants to fire that guy so bad that he said, like, day one, that's top of the list. He said, listen, not only am I going to fire Gary, not only am I going to fire this dude, I'm going to put that framework in so we can all stop guessing on what this all is. So we have that clarity so we can get that investor money and that institutional money into this, right? And we can move forward without feeling like we're tiptoeing. And it was really scary when I heard that Crypto.com got a Wells notice, and my heart sank a little bit. And I've been in space a while, and I'm building projects on Chronos, right? Like, I'm a self-taught coder. I've been coding for about 2 years now. I train AI models now. I build, applications that are, made for efficiency and wallet account abstraction and different things like that, trying to look into the future, right, of scaling all this. And I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for the people before me. So I just want to give a shout out, because there's a lot of you guys in here that were way before me. A lot of OGs in here, and I don't even know half of you, and that's okay. But the cool thing about this space and about crypto and about everything is that there's that feeling. We feel it, we know it, and we're all kind of collectively connected to it. It's really cool, and I think that's what we felt this election. So I'm just glad to be a part of it with you guys. And thank you, man. It's just an honor to be among like minds. So,
Psychotic, I have a quick question, man. Are you still married?
No, about 6 years, my wife passed away.
Oh man, sorry to hear that.
We were together 24 years, and this would have actually been our 30th year anniversary. And it took a long time. I appreciate you, showing condolences, and it's taken me a long time to grow from it. But like now, after all these years, because there was definitely tremendous pain, but I've kind of learned to look towards all the happy times she brought me,
No, I was just being sarcastic, because here in Miami, like, the husbands vote for Hillary at that time, and the wife for Trump. We always say,
no, I respect my wife so much. The thing is like, a lot of people, and I've been hearing this, and it was really appalling. People actually sat there and think that Trump voters are beating their wives and forcing them and doing, like, nobody's doing that. Like, my wife, actually, she was like 100% Irish, and when she gets red and angry, she gets mad, right? So, like, at the end of the day, I ain't gonna tell her what to do anyway.
She did get mad at you when you voted for Hillary.
No, she didn't. Because I told her straight up. I said, listen, I'm not voting for Hillary. I'm voting for Bill. Hillary's just there. That's what I told her at the time.
I remember, real quick, man. I remember back in 2004, it was 2003. I was living in downtown Miami. Now, get this, guys. My friends were asking me, where you living, in the sidewalks? There were no buildings, apartment buildings in downtown. It was all business. In downtown Miami, you could actually cross the street without even looking. Like, there's only maybe like around 5 o'clock, you will see some traffic because of the workers. That's it. And then in 2008, they started building the first 2 high-rises in downtown for living, apartments. And they were empty because we all know what happened in 2008, But, man, I never forget, there was a small building. It's a theater, and they had a few apartments. And I'm like, fuck it, let me live in downtown. I work across the street. I'm tired of driving, downtown, even though Bayside, I'm closer to, to work, the beach, 5-minute drive. So I remember one day, man, I was sleeping. I wake up and I hear these noises of kids breaking windows and all this shit, like a riot. and it was all because I think Clinton and Starbucks and all these businesses moving to China or something like that. I mean, those kids were nuts, man. Like, they destroyed the whole downtown, which the downtown was already destroyed anyways, but they put windows and they went out. Like, why? I wasn't into politics still at that time, and they're like, why they're doing this? Oh, that's because they're moving this, China and all that, and it's crazy, man. How people could get. I mean, people say, oh, people get too emotional for politics, but you have to, because in politics are changes of your life, that would affect you in the future and your family. That's why politics is so emotional, that, people get emotional with religion, okay, but politics is something that negative shit will happen in your life, man. If you let the government not make the right decisions, like, look what happened to my country, Cuba. It's on communist for like 90 years, I think, already,
Yeah, no doubt, man. It's crazy times, man. But if anyone wanted to come up, Zach, I didn't have much more to add other than, like I said, I just wanted to thank you guys, like, truly. And I am building, like I said, applications, experimenting. Zach, if you ever want to see what I'm doing on the tech side, I'm just myself, and like I said, I'm self-taught, but I built a very small social platform on Web3. It's free to use other than the gas on Crow, and also a miniature deck. So, like, a lot of the times when you have like an application, if you ever use someone's app, a lot of times it may typically navigate you away to a DEX that actually trades. So their app is acting as like almost just like a link, right? It holds the link to the actual DEX, whether it's Uniswap or, but you're not actually swapping in the app. So I did decide on, experimenting with that and making my own kind of like in-house swap. So that way people wouldn't necessarily have to be navigated away from the app. So, like, if you ever want to, look into things like that and things I'm working on at any time, either for your channel or something like that, I definitely would be interested in showing you some of the back end stuff. Even though I'm not a back end coder, I'm just talking about behind the curtains of the front end and the interfacing, the contracts and all of that stuff. So yeah.
No, 100%, man. That'd be awesome. And maybe we can even do something with it on the Breakfast Club, where, like, we can have the live stream going like we do now, and you could just join me on there. And we can kind of run through it. People can listen to it and see it while it's happening. So, yeah, man, I appreciate all the support, and appreciate you coming in here, sharing your thoughts, and definitely keep coming in, man, and keep coming up to speak for sure, bro.
Hey, Zach, what's going on with Crypto.com? That they're adding stocks?
I didn't see that.
I put it on the nest up there.
I saw on their road. Oh, okay. I saw on their roadmap they might want to go and go for an ETF. I didn't see this yet. Wow. Oh, this just came out, huh? Last night.
Yeah, we marked a significant expansion, which will include stocks, banking, and more cards.
Damn. Get up to 3% bonus on stock transfers, 7.5% rewards on cash, up to 8% on card spending, other unmatched benefits. That's crazy, man. I think it's so damn early for Crow. I know they had a nice pop in the price yesterday too, with all the altcoins running. It's just so damn early. They do a phenomenal job with their marketing, and I think it just takes time to build an ecosystem like that in terms of what they've got cooking. I mean, look how long it took Coinbase to grow into what they are. So, hell yeah, man. Well, guys, we got about 2 minutes left. I brought up Bitcoin Ape. Give him a chance to speak real quick, and then Larry Z's up here as well. I'll give you guys the stage, and then we'll get this one wrapped up. Man, what a last 24 hours this has been. Just a whirlwind. Bitcoin Ape, go ahead, bro.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Hey, open your eyes, bros. It's time. It's time. It's time for crypto.
Yo, someone clip that for me, please. Thank you.
It's
That's
crazy.
gonna be my alarm clock from now on. Time for crypto.
It's time. And congrats, Zach, Pete, all the team, March, Larry's. I was listening, Mutasco, Charlie. I was listening to you even in the evening and following you. It was insane. And you are the best crypto space.